Hello there everybody, welcome to another week of Breastfeeding Diaries. I'm Zena, who writes Zena's Suitcase from time to time. Welcome to the diaries and my linky, which is a specialist linky for mums, dads who love all or anything breastfeeding related. Thank you to all the lovely parents who have linked up so far. It has been an absolute pleasure to read your posts and share them with the Twitter sphere. This week is World Breastfeeding Week, and I figured I would enter into the world of vlogging to celebrate and share with you some really interesting facts that you may or may not already know about breastfeeding. Hopefully you don't, so hopefully you'll learn something today from watching my little vlog. Firstly, something really important that I didn't know before was that the breasts, the brilliant, amazing superpower that they give you, not only in terms of feeding your baby, but they detect the slightest change in baby's body temperature within 1 degree, so they know to warm baby up or cool baby down. I didn't know that. I think that's pretty amazing. So especially with the hot weather we're having, your breasts do so much more than just feed your baby. They help regulate their body temperature too. Another thing, I don't know if you noticed, I know I noticed, it really freaked me out when I had my first baby. Newborn baby's breathing is so erratic, and it can be a little bit unnerving, and it can stop and you're like, oh my gosh. The whole skin to skin, breastfeeding baby, them listening to the rhythmic sounds of your heartbeat and your lungs moving helps baby to start regulating their breathing function. So massive bonus on the breastfeeding front as far as I'm concerned. Another fact I didn't know, breastfeeding actually massively reduces the risk of your children needing to have fillings or braces later in life. My teenager, who's now 16, has got no fillings whatsoever. Me, however, I was a bottle-fed baby and I've got a mouthful of fillings. So that's only 2 people, but I wouldn't say my son doesn't have a sweet tooth, because he does. He doesn't have a huge amount of fizzy drinks, I have to say, but it seems like breastfeeding probably has played a part. Another really cool, interesting fact, especially for me, who's on a bit of a weight loss journey at the minute, and you can find out more about that in my series Thinking Thin, but breastfeeding actually uses 25% of the body's metabolic energy. That is compared to 20% that the brain uses, and it is the equivalent of going on a 7-mile walk every day. How cool is that? If you are going to try weight loss while you are breastfeeding, however, make sure that you are eating really, really well, because you still need to have nutrient-rich milk, and if you are reducing the amount of calories you're taking dramatically, then you could be putting yourself and your baby at risk. Slimming World's really good. Slimming World and the NHS have worked together, and they have thought about breastfeeding alongside their diet plans, and I definitely advocate for using that as a method of losing weight, not some other crash diet method, but I'll talk about that separately in my Thinking Thin post this week. Another really cool fact or percentage that I'll share with you, I've got 2 girls and my daughter was breastfed till she was 14 months old. Tinkerbell is 2 months old and is exclusively breastfed, and who knows how long it will last, me breastfeeding her, as long as we feel happy to do so. But breastfeeding girls, it reduces the lifetime risk of contracting or developing breast cancer by 25%, and I think that's pretty huge. So yay, go breastfeeding, that's pretty amazing. Something, if you are struggling with breastfeeding at the minute and are worried about bothering anyone or getting some advice, it is worth knowing that 75% of breastfeeding mums get some help or advice about breastfeeding from a healthcare professional or advisor. Let alone all the mums who go on the internet and look for advice. I can probably imagine that's nearly every mum has actually Googled something to do with breastfeeding at some point. So if you are having any problems, please do speak to your health visitor, speak to your breastfeeding support, find a local breastfeeding group, because most problems can be fixed by making some small adjustments to how you're breastfeeding your baby. So please do it, and it can make a massive difference. Been there, done it, got that whole t-shirt, so please do it. Another thing worth knowing is that breastfed babies can often, sometimes, can't promise it all the time, but sometimes be better eaters because they experience a variety of flavoured milk through your breast milk. Don't think you have to eat bland food. I've heard this before, a complete urban myth. Eat what you enjoy. I love curry, I love chilli, I love really tasty food, and I've not stopped eating anything in particular because of breastfeeding my daughter. So, you know, hopefully she'll like curry and things. My toddler, when she really loved garlic, and it's something I eat a lot of. So, you know, kids like flavour in their food. They don't like bland food. Trust me, honestly. Something else I just want to share with you, not based on any research I've done, but this whole term of extended breastfeeding, I really don't get it. I have to say, I really don't understand it. But apparently, people say if you breastfeed your baby past a year, it is considered extended breastfeeding. Me personally, I think if you breastfeed, you breastfeed. You know, and it's up to mum's individual personal choice as to how they feel about and how long they want to breastfeed their babies. Personally, I think the clues are in nature as to how long babies or children should be breastfed. And again, it's not based on any scientific fact whatsoever, but I'm guessing that, you know, back in the day when we were in the caves, that babies were probably breastfed as long as or children were breastfed as long as they could fit between the gap between your breast and your lap. That's probably what happened. Probably a little bit beyond, I don't know, but I think as long as a baby fits in that gap, they are probably meant to be being breastfed. And this whole label that is flying around social media about extended breastfeeding, I think is pretty shameful, really. Breastfeeding is breastfeeding, and nobody should feel like they're doing something different because they have gone to 12 months and 1 day or beyond that. They are nourishing their baby or child at the end of the day. So I'd really like to see an end to the phrase extended breastfeeding, if I'm honest, but probably not. Anyway, thank you for listening to my vlog and watching me. I hope it wasn't too painful. Please, if you enjoyed it, leave me a comment below. If you didn't, if there's anything I do better, you can also, you know, leave a comment below too. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again very soon here at Zena Suitcase. Bye now.